Over and over, we have been told that the key to a successful career and a living wage position is education. Get that education. Boy, the people who have degrees make more money than the people who do not have degrees. And the cause and effect is absolutely clear. I'm going to take a degree of exception with that. I appreciate my degree, and it's wonderfully helpful. But very frankly, the job that I have right now that pays a strong wage and has very good benefits and a pension and medical and holidays and vacation and sick time and personal time. Anyway, all these wonderful things in a job I enjoy. When I was putting in my application, I did not tell them about the degree. I went to my high school and got my high school diploma and included that with my application. Let me take a side note that I think it'll make it more clear. I sometimes enter into accountability relationships with friends insofar as losing weight. Like most men, I gain weight and it gets above what I'd like it to be, and I'd like to lose 15 pounds. And so I'll find a friend who is also anxious to lose some weight, and we'll enter into how much we want to lose in the course of so much time. And very often what the other person will do is say, I know what I need to do. I need to exercise. And they will try to exercise to lose weight. Exercise is a wonderful thing. It has many, many excellent, helpful, my goodness, helping you to breathe better, helping your circulation to do better, all kinds, but it is not the way to lose weight primarily. I, on the other hand, whenever I enter into one of these accountability relationships, will find a way to stay out of the kitchen. And that's no fun. That's hard. That is hard work. It would be far easier to go out and run a couple of miles than it is to, in an evening when I'd like to have chips and dip and sit in front of the boob tube. It's the bottom line, you can exercise all you want, but if you don't adjust, if you don't really restrict the amount that you take in, you're not going to lose weight. Here's my point. The reason I bring that up. I think that as exercise is to losing weight, so a degree is to having a strong job that gives you good pay and good benefits and respect and stability. But I'm sure many would say, oh, but look at the results. People who have degrees make much more money than people without. That is very, very true. But I think we have the chicken in front of the egg. In other words, correlation is not causation, as they often say. There's many reasons that people go to college. Did I ever think whether or not I wanted or needed to go to college? No. It was just assumed. Why was it assumed? Because both my parents had gone to college. And so I just assumed I would too. Did I make good use of my time at college? I don't know. Does anybody else? I read about one man who said, I've totally forgotten about college, except it was a brief semi-comical episode in my life. I'm sure I could have made better use of my time at college and learned much more than I did. But my success or failure was largely a result of my upbringing more than it was of my education. Now, there are many, many jobs. You have to have very specialized training. A delightful young woman I know does a beautiful job programming and working through labs and pharmacies to help their computer systems work better. And she needed a very specific education to do that. Without that education, she wasn't doing those things. But I also know a young man whose degree is in English. That's a great degree. My goodness, it should make you much more employable. And frankly, most of the people that I know with degrees do not work in the area of the degree that they attained. Here's the bottom line. I think that much more than, and I'm sorry, you often hear, oh, these miners, these poor miners up in the hills of the Appalachians, which is beautiful country where I lived for 10 years. Delightful, beautiful country. No jobs, but delightful, beautiful country. Turkeys out on the hill, and it's just beautiful. The Daniel Boone National Forest off in the distance. It was just delightful. Made me sick to leave. To say that we can just take these people from the mines and train them in COBOL. Yes, this computer-oriented business language. Absolutely, they'll do great. No. It takes a lot of basic skills to do very, very well at computer programming, and it's a difficult row to hoe. I mean, I think the best thing for individuals who are losing their jobs is to come drive a truck with a company that's represented by Teamsters. They should do very well. They should do very, very well. Now, that's not an easy row to hoe either, but it's far more doable for the average man with a high school diploma to drive a semi-tractor trailer than it is to sit at a desk and really do a fantastic job at computer programming. Far more important than an education is who your parents were. Did you come from a very nice neighborhood? Do your parents have money to be able to refer you to the type of people that will help you to get the kind of job that you'd like to have? Do you have the contacts? Because if you're raised in a community and among other people who are doing very well, then they will have the contacts. If you are not, it doesn't matter if you have the degree. Unless it's a very, very specialized degree that has a really strong job market within it. And there are exceptions to this all the time. But in general, it has far more to do with the type of people around you and the type of job market that exists than it does for your education. It has far more to do with what is the demand than for what sort of supplies you can bring to the table. And education, we can't just be telling everybody, oh, just go to college, you'll do great. Boy, that's the exceptions around that are far-flung, numerous, and tragic. People with huge college debt that people told them, just get that degree and you'll do fine. And then they have this $500,000 college debt, and they're working at any job they can find. And they're working at Amazon is where they're working. And it's not great for them at all. Do they regret getting that degree? I hope not. No, don't. The main purpose of an education is to be educated. That is, in the end, why anyone should have any degree. You think differently because your vocabulary has been expanded. But to tell a young person, hey, just go to college, You'll make all kinds of money. Boy, he better have an aptitude for that. And even with an aptitude and a degree, there is absolutely no guarantee that he's going to have a kind of job that has strong wages and strong benefits and security and respect.